Broadcasting live straight into your ho-ho homes. Welcome to WELF. I'm the hottest shock jock atop the earth rock, DJ Bartleby B. Jingle Hopper, and I am joined as always by my trusty elf,
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. You know, we love doing this show, and what a thrill it is to be on the only and best radio station on the North Pole, WELF. But we've got a special treat for our listeners tonight.
What treat is that?
Candy canes.
Woo!
And we have a guest. Normally, our guests are, property appraisers and insurance adjusters, that sort of thing.
The occasional sledder.
But tonight, I think we've actually got somebody who our listeners will enjoy for a change.
Really?
Yeah.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria could not be present tonight. So instead, we brought the next best thing.
Can you guess who it is, kids? It's the jolly man himself, Santa Claus!
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Santa, media changes these days, and we're grateful that you are changing right along with it, appearing live in person, on television, on the radio, all of the things. You are just an omnipresent delight.
Oh, thank you very much, DJ Jingle, if I may call you that.
Please.
It's delightful to be here, and we're going to have a lot of fun this evening, and hopefully some young people will call in, and we'll see if we can't help to make their holiday bright.
Wow.
So remember to call in 802-528-5315 and talk to me, Kevin.
And me, DJ Jingle.
But more importantly,
Kevin.
And Santa. Grab the kids. If you're from Franklin County, we usually get calls even outside of Franklin County.
It's really
Plattsburgh,
bizarre.
Chittenden County.
Yeah, but the fact that we are WELF, again, the only and best radio station on the North Pole, yet we have a disproportionate and just exceptional listenership in Franklin County, Vermont, and the surrounding regions. Not a lot of French speakers, though. We don't get a lot of callers from Quebec.
We may need to adjust our satellites.
Yeah. Santa,
Because that's how radio is broadcast. Specifically through satellites, right?
Thank you, Kevin, for that.
That's what I'm here for. Santa, tell us a little bit about your travels tonight as you made it from the North Pole here to this lovely radio station called WELF?
That's
Correct.
right, WELF
Welcome
for
to
short.
WELF.
Well, it's great to be here at WELF, and my trip in was uneventful. It's great to be here, and we can't wait to hear from the young people to see what they'd like for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And we have some other elves who occasionally just, go over and adjust things. And
Yes, indeed.
But they're secret because they didn't catch that on camera. So, thanks for
I like to destroy the mystery. Hey, Kevin, tell me, you've been an elf for a long time.
that. I have DJ Bartleby Jingle Hopper, the hottest shock jock atop the earth rock. The Ho Show Joe Atto the Row for short.
Thank you very much. Now, Kevin, as I was saying, you've been an elf for some time, a couple of 100 years.
I sure have, DJ Bartleby Jingle Hopper, the hottest shock jock atop the earth rock, or the Ho Show Joe Atto the Row for short.
Yeah, thanks. Now, as I was saying, you've been an elf for years.
I sure have, DJ Bartleby Jingle
Now,
Hopper.
If I'm not mistaken, Kevin, the radio bit is pretty new for you. You've only been in this department of elfdom for a couple of decades.
Sure.
But tell me, what was it that you used to do as an elf?
Well, I was a podcaster, and then I decided to move with how media was transforming, and so
Back
I've
to
entered
terrestrial radio. Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, I before my podcasting
Yeah.
days,
Sure.
elfcasts,
Sure.
as we like to call them, I spent a long time producing toys for Santa,
Yeah.
as most Christmas elves do.
I've paid my dues. I was a wheelman.
Oh, I'm not one of those Lord of the Rings wood elves.
Oh, okay.
Those forests. I get
Okay.
my hands dirty.
Yeah.
We have, but I'm going to tell you after because we have our first caller of the evening, Willow. Thank you for calling. You are now talking to Santa.
Hello, Willow. How are you doing this evening?
Good.
Willow, what is it that you'd really like for Christmas this year?
A bathroom.
A bathrobe. Is there a particular color that you'd like?
Pink.
Ah, okay. Very good. Is there anything else that you'd like for Christmas this year?
Want anything else? M&M.
M&M's. Oh, a wonderful choice. Wonderful choice.
Santa,
Yes,
her brother Corbin is here too. Can he talk to you?
absolutely. Corbin, are you on?
What?
Are you on, Corbin?
Yes.
And how are you this evening? And Corbin, how old are you?
3.
3. Oh, what a wonderful age.
8.
8. Oh, okay, you grew very quickly. Oh. So, Corbin, what would you like this year for Christmas?
$1 million.
Oh, that's a good one. You know, Corbin, I actually have a fake $1 million bill that I used to carry around, but unfortunately I don't have it with me tonight. But anyway, we will work on some denomination for you. I think $1 million might be a bit of a stretch, though. What do you two think?
Well, Santa, I know you can make the impossible happen with inflation. $1 million is obviously asking for quite a bit by that young man. I'm sure just a nice pat on the head would be sufficient.
Oh, is that so? Is that what you think?
I think Corbin would disagree.
Well,
Okay, so Corbin, we will work on what we can for your particular needs. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to wish both of you a very Merry Christmas and a great holiday season, and have a great time with your family this year. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and have a nice evening.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
well, how delightful. You know, I was writing down Corbin's age, and I wrote down 3, and I was able to just loop around the other corners and make it into an 8.
Very
Easy.
good. I
So
did the
efficient.
same. Yes, very efficient.
Yeah. Now, when I was 8, I did not have the wherewithal to ask for $1 million. And once I grew up, and I'm several hundred years old, as you know, an elf, I have not had the wherewithal to ask for $1 million. And we don't get paid a lot here in elf radio world, but that's okay, Santa. It's the joy of filling the ears of our listeners with delightful sounds of WELF radio that really does it for me.
Absolutely.
And I must say, DJ Bartleby B. Jingle Hopper, you don't look a day over 347.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As everyone knows, in the elf world, it's once you hit that 350 mark that things can really start to show their age, and I've been fortunate. I think I had some good genes, Levi's primarily.
Oh, Levi's, not Wrangler.
I once knew a man named Levi.
Okay. And?
That was it. That was all.
Okay then.
Now, let's get back to what we were talking about. Kevin, you somehow never worked with wooden toys, you were saying.
You know, I was a plastic man.
Oh, wow.
You know, the way that you melted it, and then you molded it, almost like clay, but way less biodegradable.
Yeah.
But you could just turn it into all sorts of toys. I mean, I remember 30 years ago, Star Wars action figures were the big things. I mean, I still remember molding Han Solo in carbonite,
Wow.
right? And then, you know, you have the LOL dolls, right, of recent years. Bluey is huge. Everyone loves Bluey toys.
Who could not love Bluey?
Who could not? In my almost 452 years, you know, Bluey still gets me every
if
time.
somebody doesn't love Bluey, then they must be a real naughty list kind of person. If you ask me.
Well, we have our next calls. And I think I know these two, Colin and Riley. Hey, boys. Are you there?
Yes?
Oh, very good.
Colin and Riley. Hey, bud. These are my kids.
Oh, very good. Very good. Hello, hello, Colin and Riley. Nice to talk to you. Now, what would you like for Christmas this year?
It's a PS5.
Oh, and who is this? Is this Riley? Colin?
That's a Colin.
PS5. Well, I'll tell
That's a
you
lot
what.
of postscripts on a letter.
We will. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, PS5. That has been duly noted, as they say, and we will see what we can do about that. And Riley, how about you?
I am mountain first to play Mario.
A remote control.
Remote control.
Did I hear to play Mario? Riley, is that what you said? Yeah.
Ah, yes, Mario.
Right.
But of course.
We are a big Super Mario Brothers household.
Sure.
Very good, very good. Well, I want to thank both of you for calling in this evening, and certainly hope that you have a wonderful holiday season and a wonderful New Year as well. So have a great holiday. We'll see what we can do on these gifts for you. And it was really nice speaking with you this evening. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
See you back at the North Pole, boys.
And might I say that you have a very capable translator, young gentleman. Now, there was some material that was prepared for us ahead of time because we don't have the big man on the big show very often, so we like to prepare a little bit. We were talking about if somebody didn't like Bluey, surely that's somebody who's going to be on the naughty list because what kind of good-hearted individual doesn't like Bluey? But Santa, we had some scenarios we wanted to run by you to determine would this be somebody who's going to make it on the naughty list, nice list, or maybe something that we can sort of overlook and we'll talk and we'll weigh in on it too. So we wanted to run some scenarios by you and see what you think. Kevin's got a list here. Take it away, Kevin.
All right, first scenario. Olivia, I know her,
Oh,
put glitter all over the living room,
Olivia.
claiming it was for a winter wonderland.
Oh, very good. Yes.
Naughty or nice?
Well, I would say that she thought it was going to be something nice, but I think perhaps you're looking at it that it's naughty.
Oh, I think it's there's always some context that's really important. How old is Olivia? If she's, I'd say over
37.
Okay. Well, you love the spirit that she is crafting.
We were
still
talking
in her
about Olivia
30s.
Colman, the actress.
Oh, right.
actually,
I'm pretty
from
sure
The Crown.
she's in her 50s.
She is not 37.
She's close to. She
Well,
might
could
be.
have fooled me.
She might be north of 60. It's the magic of Hollywood. They can do some things for the reverse aging.
Which makes you wonder why she needed glitter for Winter Wonderland.
That's true, and she has
But-
probably a CG budget.
But anyway, not naughty or nice, Santa. Olivia Colman.
Now knowing,
She probably owns the house.
yeah, well, that's- I would say perhaps we're looking at naughty.
Okay. But if a
Now, if a 3-year-old,
pure-hearted 3-year-old,
yes,
right?
yes,
And let's say a 6-year-old, maybe they could even help up with a vacuum cleaner.
absolutely, absolutely.
And I think even for any of our children listening, feel free to help your parents vacuum, even if you didn't spill all of the glitter, because it would be appreciated.
We are strictly not endorsing spilling glitter.
But we are endorsing
Abundantly clear.
children doing chores in the house.
Yes, yes, very good.
All right, and we have our next caller, Hazel. Thank you for calling. You're
Hello.
speaking with Santa.
Hello, Hazel. How are you doing this evening?
Good.
Now, what is it that you would like for Christmas?
A Barbie.
A Barbie?
Oh, okay. Is there a specific one?
No, just Eddie.
Any of them.
Okay, okay, that gives us a lot of latitude. So a Barbie is what you'd prefer. So that is something that we will get the elves on. And not you two, of course.
Not
we
anymore.
need to make sure we have quality control.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we will work on that, Hazel. And is there anything else that you'd like?
No.
No, that's it? Okay. Well, that sounds great. So we will get working on that. And we certainly wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you very much for calling in this evening.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Take care now.
I will. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Santa, you must love it when children are able to give you a little bit of freedom in the gift giving, right? Nothing too specific, a Barbie, but whichever one is up to you. You know, maybe something with a game, not specifically necessarily a PS5. That's pretty specific.
Very
We like the
specific.
vague gifts.
We like, yes.
Extremely specific.
You know, a couple of bucks, $1 million. There's gray areas a little better, I think.
Indeed.
A lot of room for growth.
Olivia Colman would have been better.
Yeah. I will note that as the plastic man that I was
Sure.
in the
Yes.
elves factories, Barbie was its own separate division
Yes.
because so abundantly popular.
Immense.
Yeah.
Immense.
I only worked up to the dream house.
Yeah.
Right. I worked on the charcuterie.
oh,
Said, oh,
yes,
we
yes.
have another caller, Leo. You're talking with Santa.
Hello, Leo. Good evening. Leo. Leo, what would you like for Christmas?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Gel?
Yeah.
Oh, he wants gel for his hair, Santa.
Oh, that's a kid with
Oh.
style. Hair
There
gel.
we are. Yes, yes, indeed. That will give us some real. Oh, we have some great ideas for this now.
This
We,
is something to sculpt.
Exactly, exactly. So we will get on that, Leo. And is there anything else that you really want for Christmas, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Well, Leo, we certainly wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and hope that you also have a Happy New Year. So enjoy your holiday season and thank you very much for calling in this evening. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Santa.
Okay, bye-bye.
You know, Santa, something that we, and if I may be so bold as to speak on behalf of Kevin, I think we are the beneficiaries of the tremendous educational system in the North Pole. And we haven't thanked you for that before, but really, you have really taken a priority of molding young minds. And I think if our last caller, Leo, gets his wish, not only will it be a new generation with a molded young mind, but also some molded hair as well.
Indeed.
Sculpted and designed exactly as he wants it.
Indeed. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Well, we know we try to do what we can,
Yeah.
and we like when everyone's happy.
But I might say this is au naturel.
No
No hair
product.
gel.
No
No
product
product
at
or
all.
hair
No
gel.
product.
This
No,
guy.
no
No.
product required. No.
It's
Which
the
is-
air in the North Pole.
Yeah.
It is. It
Yes,
is.
It's to
It
do with
is.
the air.
Me neither.
And
This just happens.
Yeah. When you work in
day.
close proximity with the big man, occasionally
The magic rubs off.
it
Rubs
starts
off.
to rub off.
Rubs off.
Yeah. Which, that's,
And-
I'm
and-
too far away, see.
And when the magic is not there, you have LA looks, LA style. The hair gel. That's a hair gel reference, everybody, from the '90s, which I know is our target audience.
Yeah.
For
I think that's what Leo
Show on
wants.
WELF.
Leo is calling in Could you get me some 25-year-old hair gel, please?
And here
Right
we
on.
have an elf taking us to the last century.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, I got a few to choose from.
Yes.
As a-
Yeah.
Now let's.
Back in the 19th century, it was whale oil.
Nova Scotia style.
I had to. Okay.
Now
back
let's say Santa. Back to our naughty or nice. Ben. Now think of Ben.
You know,
Ben.
How
you know
old is
Ben.
Ben?
You know the guy.
You know Ben.
Just have Ben in your mind.
Ben.
Ben wrapped a gift for his sister,
Oh, that's sweet, Ben.
but Ben made it an empty box.
Oh.
Ooh.
He claims it's a metaphor for the holiday spirit.
Oh no. I'm worried what's going to happen here.
Naughty or nice?
I would say naughty.
Oh, I saw it coming. I saw it coming. Yeah.
What can we do to refill that that empty box that is the metaphor for the holiday spirit? Because we all need some holiday spirit.
Oh, always.
Certainly do. We certainly do.
What can we do to? Oh, and actually we have.
Elizabeth and Amelia. Hey, I think I know a couple people by those names.
Hello, Elizabeth and Amelia.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
Good.
Good. Very good. And what is it that each of you would like? Let's start with Elizabeth. What would you like for Christmas?
I want.
What would you
I
like?
think they're getting the lag off the TV.
I want Harry Potter stuff.
Ah, Harry Potter. Very nice. Okay. We'll work on that. And Amelia, how about you?
Hi, can you say that again?
Amelia, what did you want to ask Santa for?
Amelia, what would you like to ask him for?
Slippers.
Slippers?
Oh, very nice.
That's a comfortable gift.
That certainly is. So we have Harry Potter items and slippers.
Wow. Well, my guess
then-
is there may be a third person who might want to ask Santa for
Evangeline
something.
wants to ask for something.
Oh, Evangeline, what would you like?
A baby doll.
A baby doll. All right.
Was that a?
Well, that
Is that? Did you say a baby doll?
Yes.
Okay.
well that leaves us with we were talking about earlier. We have a lot of choices. So
That's true.
With
That's true.
that-
Keeping it open-ended, exactly the kind of gift we like to hear.
absolutely, absolutely. So we'll work on all of these gifts. And Elizabeth, Amelia, and Evangeline, thank you very much for calling this evening. And have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And enjoy the holiday, okay?
Merry Christmas to you, Santa.
Okay,
Good night,
bye-bye.
girls. Now, Kevin, if I may, you were asking Santa what sort of things could this young Ben do to replenish his holiday spirit. I know what I do
What would
when
you
I'm
do?
feeling low. Well, I go with some nice hot chocolate and some roasted chestnuts, which incidentally I've only recently had for the first time. I've been alive for centuries. They're a softer nut than I was anticipating. Santa, surely you know, but it's a soft, almost like a meaty. It's delicious, it's delightful, and I had it midsummer this year, and it made my heart start singing carols.
I'll bet you had it in July, Christmas in July.
How did he know? Well, he's Santa.
He looked at the calendar.
He knows everything.
These gentlemen certainly do like to laugh, don't they?
Well, you know, Santa, WELF is the number 2 most popular station for all of the elves working in your workshop. Number 1 is, of course, Howard
National
Stern.
Public Radio.
NPR. And we could not be where we are if it wasn't for our delightful sponsors. People's Trust Company is one of them, and they have been a loyal supporter of the work that we do at WELF for a long time.
They gave us our first business loan to get the radio station off the ground.
That's right. And it's still flying today.
Sure is.
In fact,
DJ Bartleby B. Jigglehopper, the hottest jock atop the Earth rock, the ha sha ja the row for sure.
That
In
ship might have
fact-
sailed.
if I may,
Oh, you always may, Santa.
the bank
Yeah.
that you're speaking of has a tagline, the bank with a heart, and for the fine folks of Franklin County, it is the only locally owned bank.
Wow.
As we sit here,
Wow. Santa, thank
know.
you.
Because most snowbanks
Well,
are just open to the public.
yeah.
I mean, I would say probably VTrans would have the biggest claim.
They'd have a lot of those.
they would.
Yeah.
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 I love a snowbank. I make a lot of withdrawals so I can make snowballs and throw them.
What kind of interest do you get on those?
Very,
snowballs?
very high interest from the people who get hit by the snowballs.
Yes, I'm sure.
They're very interested.
And do we have other sponsors?
We do. Office environment, of course, another delightful one. And, you know, our office has lots of things, paper. You know, we might
As an environment.
be filled with Christmas spirit, more so than the average radio station, but we still need pens and paper and usual things.
Yes, yes. Although I would say that in terms of radio stations with the most Christmas spirit, we always seem to be chasing Delilah.
Yeah, she does.
She's a spirited
She knows how to love someone tonight. It's love someone tonight. I mean, it's just to the core. Man, she's good.
to the caramel core of our
She is.
Christmas candy.
She is good. Now, let's insert Delilah into this next scenario because, you know, maybe if it's a naughty list, it can help bring her down a few pegs and maybe help WELF. If you know what I
So Delilah
mean. Yeah.
put her dog's sweater on her little brother and told him he was now officially part of the family holiday traditions.
Delilah would do that.
Naughty or nice?
But I would say under the circumstances, naughty.
Oh, shucks.
No, you think nice?
No, I think you're probably right. And what you say usually goes in these matters.
No, not all the time, though. I mean, you all have your opinion.
Yeah?
But I think under those circumstances,
To be fair, my naughty and nice book does not hold as much authority as your naughty and nice book.
Yeah,
I see.
That's,
I see.
yeah. Yeah. And to be fair, the dog probably had fleas.
Had it coming.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Santa, before we do some more scenarios, and we've got a lot of things lined up for this special radio hour for this call-in show. And the number, by the way, is 802-528-5315. It's been great to hear from so many young callers this evening. And before we get to another, I was thinking about asking you, Santa, there have been so many movies, Christmas movies. I mean, movies in general, but especially Christmas movies. And I'm curious, Santa, if there are any favorites that you might have.
you may laugh, but
We usually do.
But speaking of Kevin, one of my favorites, Home Alone.
Oh,
I-
why would we find that
what
funny?
movie?
Home Alone.
I'm not familiar.
You're not.
Kevin.
I
This guy.
never heard of that movie.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, I think when we get off the air, perhaps you need to locate that and
Yeah.
sit
It's
back.
Sure.
really a heartwarming film. It's filled with all of the things that comfort a young child's mind. Being left alone, burglars, It's
And,
just
well, and you know, I am completely unfamiliar with the film. But afterwards, if I start to wander away before we watch it, you gotta yell, Kevin! Right? And then
Yes,
I'll come
yes.
back and so
Yeah.
we can
and
watch it.
and we'll do what we can to wash out the microphones in
And-
the meantime.
yes.
Hey, speaking of, I said we'd ask that before our next caller. Well, that next caller is here. Santa, we've got Mei Lin on the line.
Hello, Mei Lin.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
I'm good.
And what is it that you would like for Christmas?
I would like a brand new iPad so I can give my brother my old one.
Oh, I see. Well, how old is your old one? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. And would your brother appreciate that?
About 10 years.
10 years, okay. Okay. So iPad, very good. We'll see what we can do there. And is there anything else that you would like for Christmas?
Not really.
Okay. And does your family have special plans for the holiday?
I don't know that.
Okay.
We'll go see our grandparents.
Okay, very good, very good. So, with that, I will say thank you so much for calling in, Mei Lin, and have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. And thanks again, okay? Bye-bye.
Thanks, Santa.
Gotta love it. Just the kids just along for the ride. You know?
Absolutely.
I'm also surprised, Santa, when you asked if Malin wanted anything else. I've been very impressed that it's been very efficient. Most of the callers, have just been, there's one thing that their
Yeah.
heart seems to be set on. Some richer than others, if we keep going back to that $1 million
We
request.
do.
But just it's just one simple thing for most of them, and that's it's sweet, I think.
And I'll say, you know, request for a bathrobe and slippers. Extremely comfortable requests.
Yeah, sensible
I would love
children.
those.
Yeah.
for-
So we've
for
had
Christmas.
slippers, bathrobe,
Yep.
hair gel.
Yep.
Some real stylish listeners here in
Absolutely.
Franklin County.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Well, Franklin County is known for its style.
Always has been.
And then, of course, we've had some other, like PS5s.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
don't forget about the M&Ms.
We can't
Delicious.
forget those.
Can't forget
Which
those.
color is your favorite, Kevin?
You know, I'm a green fan. Right?
Sure.
It's the,
Well,
the
of course.
traditional Christmas
Yeah.
elf that I am. The green and the reds.
Yeah.
But you know, let's get a little spicy and sometimes throw a yellow.
Ooh,
Into the
okay.
mix.
Ooh.
I see
No.
you.
What about an orange?
A little fun. Now that is just going too far. A step too far.
Santa always takes things a step too far, Kevin. You know that.
Well,
But Kevin-
Santa's a daring man.
yeah. Well, I mean, look at him.
But Kevin, aren't you grateful
That
that they have a selection of colors of M&Ms?
orange, you grateful. Santa, you
You
dog.
like that,
you.
Kevin? Kevin did not. I don't think Kevin understood
I
that.
don't get it.
Well,
I'll
I'm
just
with you,
sit-
Santa.
Yeah.
So we have, and a Barbie doll. Let's not forget that.
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah, there's been a Barbie doll.
So we've had quite a selection of
Yeah.
different categories.
That's right. Yeah. Not a lot of sports paraphernalia. Nobody's
not.
asked for that Honus Wagner baseball card yet.
Oh,
So maybe
Got one ready to go in the back.
the night
that
is
I made
young.
this morning.
Good. Good.
Yes. Now, Santa, you know, we've mentioned the M&Ms and some other Christmas foods. I'm curious that as a man who gets to eat a lot of Christmas cookies on Christmas Eve as you go down the chimneys, what are some of your favorite kinds of Christmas cookies that you get to eat every year as you deliver gifts?
pretty simple. Gingerbread
Classic.
Yeah.
and sugar cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like them to be cut into shapes, or is it just the classic circle? What's your preference, Santa?
Can be just the classic.
Okay.
Although the shapes can be exciting.
We love
We
excitement.
know he's a daring man.
And you never know what you're going to find when you go down the chimney.
They make
So-
some fascinating shapes nowadays, don't they?
Trapezoids.
Yeah, dinosaurs too.
No.
Trapezoid old dinosaurs. Why not?
Trapezoidus Rex. Now, DJ Bartleby B. Jigglehopper, same question. What are some of your favorite Christmas cookies?
You know, I'm so glad you asked, Kevin,
I know.
because I think about this year round, and I think
true.
a gooey chocolate chip cookie is, of course, hard to beat. But there's something about when you've got a warm cookie with the Hershey Kiss
Oh yeah.
in it,
Peanut butter crinkles.
peanut butter crinkles,
Crinkles, yes.
not to be
Peanut
confused
butter
with a
crinkles.
Kringle.
Not
Which
a
is-
Kris Kringle. Although, if you decorated it as Santa,
Wow, a
That's
peanut
a-
butter Kringle.
that's a delicious play on words.
Yeah. Well, around
Spectacular.
the Christmas season, one of those cookies when it's warm and the cookie's still soft, it's hard to beat that, I think. Yeah.
Agreed.
Wonderful choice.
Thanks,
Wonderful
Santa.
choice.
Kevin, same question.
What a delightful question. DJ Bartleby B. Jinglehopper.
I thought of it myself.
I mean, you always think of such great questions. I'm with you. I love a good peanut butter crinkle. Peanut butter Kringle, Kris Kringle. But the sugar cookies are also a delight. And I'm a simple elf, and I actually like my sugar cookies unfrosted.
Ooh.
Just
I
I think
agree.
they're delightful.
I agree.
They're delightful. You just get to bask in the cookie.
And you know what? Sometimes I enjoy them unbaked. We can't endorse that. Don't eat raw cookie batter, but sometimes it is delicious.
And sometimes I like the cookie with the frosting, but hold the cookie.
Yeah. And
A
sometimes,
sugar delight.
Sometimes I like cookies in a big bowl of ice cream. Hold the cookies.
Yeah. Sometimes I like an excellent pot pie
Yeah.
with the cookies.
Oh.
Hold the pot pie.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. I have had days like that. You know, cravings are funny, aren't they?
They sure are.
Yeah.
Now, Caleb tried to convince his dad that the broken ornament was just a new modern take on tree decor.
Oh my goodness. What
Naughty
is
or
with
nice?
these kids?
So, I believe he's trying to pull one over. After, we don't know whether he broke it or not, do we?
You know,
We don't.
I appreciate, though, that Caleb is trying to put a spin on things. I think this kid's got a future in public relations.
I was going to say art, but yeah, that too.
Maybe the kid needs a briefcase. He's got a future in law.
Because we'll be married. We'll have a future in-law.
Well, we should probably stop with this line of conversation. And hey, we've got a couple of callers here, Santa. Looks like we got a pair of 7-year-olds on the line.
Yes, we do.
Hallie and Kenzie.
Hallie and Kenzie. Well, good evening. How are both of you tonight?
Hi, Santa.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Good.
Now, Haley, what would you like for Christmas?
I'm feeling good.
Try that again, Hallie.
I'm feeling home.
A toy cheetah.
Yeah, one more
Leanne, say
time.
that again.
A toy cheetah.
A toy cheetah.
Toy cheetah.
Toy
Got-
cheetah, okay.
Ah, very nice. And how about you, Kenzie?
Like the rescue wheels. I like the focus on the rescue wheels power.
Could you
He
repeat?
said the Paw Patrol Rescue Wheels Tower, Santa.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
That is great. Sometimes it's hard our studio, of course, is in the North Pole, and sometimes you get some weird things bouncing off of the polar eclexus, and it just makes things a little bit difficult to hear some of the callers. But thankfully, we are able to get that. I love Paw Patrol, Santa. I'm sure you do too.
Yes, indeed, yes. So these are some wonderful ideas, and we'll get working on this, see what we can do for both of you. And we want to wish both of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you very much for calling this evening. We really appreciate it. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
I don't think that was a 7-year-old at the end of the line there.
Paul, would you like to round out the Merry Christmases? Was our executive director's family here at the
WELF.
Wealth.
Yeah.
You two are a wealth of information. That's all I know.
Oh, classic Santa.
Now, Santa, explain that joke to me.
Kevin,
kidding.
you sure are deft.
Wealth?
Hey, Kevin, I know you prepared some other things. We've gone through a lot of scenarios, and Santa,
Absolutely.
who is the expert on the naughty and nice, has weighed in, and it's good to laugh at some of the things that these
Absolutely.
kids do, and even when they make mistakes.
Caleb,
and
that rapscallion.
that rapscallion Caleb, they still have a pure heart. All these young kids. Hey, Santa. We've got another thing we wanted to do. We're gonna pause on the scenarios. We are thinking there's a game that we like to play sometimes. It's called Would You Rather. So here's an example in case you haven't played it. I might say to Kevin, would you rather eat a big bowl of ice cream or a big bowl of grass trimmings? Okay, sometimes they can be really tough. So.
I'm leaning toward the grass trimmings.
I mean, when grass trimmings are involved, this becomes very difficult.
It can be
Kevin
tough.
and I both know.
It can be tough. Yeah.
Very, very difficult.
I mean,
So
I
you
just
see
mulch
the-
on those all day.
So that's kind of the game, is that it gets really thought provoking, and we thought we'd ask a couple of would you rathers of you to get those
Very
gears
good.
turning and
Very
see
good,
how
yes.
Santa thinks.
Yes.
So here's one for you. Santa, would you rather eat a whole bowl of reindeer food or drink a gallon of eggnog in one sitting?
I'll do the eggnog.
Oh, great choice. Now, Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Well,
on
I
that?
suppose it depends on what kind of food the reindeer like to eat. Is it
It's evolved through the years, I think. I mean, it used to just be carrots and oats, I think.
Yeah. But they've moved up to spaghetti dinners.
Yeah, and now with the advent of refrigeration, you need to have, you can't buy packaged stuff.
Oh,
It's got to
sure.
be in the fridge,
I mean,
kept fresh.
Schwann's delivers up to the North Pole. And
Before they went bankrupt this year.
Yep.
Boy, is that a loss.
yes. I will take the gallon of eggnog, please.
I think that's a delightful choice.
Yeah.
How about you, DJ Bartleby B. Jinglehopper?
Reindeer food.
Great. Santa, would you rather have to wear squeaky elf shoes everywhere?
Ooh, we've got those.
Nothing wrong with those.
I love them.
Or jingling sleigh bells on your hat all year long.
Ooh, all year long.
So squeaky elf shoes or jingling sleigh bells on your hat.
I'm going with the jingles on my hat.
It was also delightful.
Yeah. You know, what I was thinking about as Santa was pondering those two options is that, and we don't talk about this. He probably doesn't talk to a lot of people about this either. But when Santa delivers the presents, he really tries to keep a low profile. Both of those options would probably be occupational hazards. You'd wake up some pets You'd
That
probably
is
wake up some
exact-
snooping kids too.
Exactly
So
true.
the squeaky shoes.
Neither would work.
It wouldn't be great. At least the rest of the year you
Rest
could do
of
it.
the year, no,
but
yeah.
but that night, whoa, you couldn't do it.
No.
And the squeaky elf shoes
And
might just
imagine
sound like
both.
he's been walking in the rain.
That's
And
true.
it's just comes inside.
But
That's true.
imagine both. If I had both,
An elf
would
can
be
dream.
it would be a disaster.
Yeah, but if you're an elf, see the opposite, and that's the mark of high on the elf hierarchy.
Yeah.
Is when you've got the more bells in the hat, and our head elf here at the station, he's got 17 bells in his hat.
Wow.
And yeah, he's been here a long time.
And I'll just say, as an elf, we just call them shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
We do.
All right, I've got the next one here for you, Santa. Hey, speaking of, do you? We were talking about Kris Kringle. Some call you Saint Nick, Santa, Santy. Lots of different. Do you mind if you get referred to as something a little bit different like that? Like is Kris Kringle versus Saint Nick versus Santa? It's all the same holiday spirit.
All the same spirit.
Fantastic. All right, here's your next question. Santa, would you rather have to use candy canes as chopsticks for the rest of your life or only eat fruitcake for a month?
The old fruitcake dilemma.
The whole fruitcake dilemma. It's been studied for centuries.
This is pondered
What
scholars.
has had a worse reputation than
Paging
the poor
Friedrich Nietzsche.
fruitcake? You know, when you mention fruitcake,
Yes.
it puts people into a paranoid state.
Sure.
All of a sudden, they begin to. Anyway,
They imagine that they're
So
choking
they-
and they haven't even had a bite
you
of it.
haven't had a bite. Yes. So, back to your question. I do believe, because I do like peppermint.
Ooh.
So if I use the peppermint for the rest of my life, and if it broke, it would give me the opportunity to enjoy a lot of peppermint over the years.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, great choice there, Santa. Kevin, you have always loved peppermint, but you've also always loved fruitcakes.
It's true.
This has got to be impossible for you.
Well, you know, I think the longevity, because elves' lives are exceedingly long,
Sure.
that, I'll take as much candy cane as I can get.
Yeah.
It is, one of the main food groups. And I think even better yet, I will use the candy cane chopsticks to eat fruitcake.
Oh,
wow.
The best of both worlds.
Kevin, you think outside of the box.
Outside
Box
of
fruitcake.
the empty box that Ben wrapped gift for his sister.
Oh, that's classic.
I like how you think there. That's
good
excellent. Since
callback.
you do
Yes.
enjoy the fruitcake,
Absolutely.
but also the
It's-
candy cane.
Especially when the fruitcake is flavored like and, in fact, shaped and produced like a Pop-Tart.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
So that's okay. I see what you're getting at.
I really just like Pop-Tarts.
I was yeah.
Yeah.
I gathered that, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, speaking of that, if you're a football fan, there is a bowl game sponsored by Pop-Tarts.
Wow.
And I don't know if you have seen the official trophy. It is a toaster built into it so that Pop-Tarts can be
Fantastic.
won.
Absolute delight.
Wow.
I think you'd enjoy it.
I think that we're all winners.
That
Because
sounds like holiday spirit.
That,
toaster, we have the technology to build a toaster into a trophy
You know,
and cook Pop-Tarts.
and one of the things that we all love so much about Pop-Tarts, of course, is how quickly it can make food. And, in a matter of seconds, just a small weight and a delightful, nearly fruitcake-like
Nearly.
pastry
Very nearly.
can be yours. And speaking of things that don't take much time, unfortunately, our visit with Santa is not going to last too much longer. So we want to remind anybody who has not yet called in, who wants to dial those digits now, 802-528-5315. We'd love to hear from another kid or two or or 20 in the next couple of minutes before Santa's got to get back in the skies.
And
You patrol the skies throughout the
I
year.
do, I do, I do. And DJ
Call
Jingle.
him Big Brother Christmas.
Would you do a shout out to the sponsors again?
Well,
Absolutely.
that's a great idea, Santa. And there's two great ones. We of course, talked about People's Trust Company, better interest than a snowbank. Wasn't their usual slogan, but I think it's in the running.
Was rejected
Okay.
when we pitched it
Okay.
years ago.
It's been,
bring it back.
we can revisit.
Bring it back.
Better
Seasonally
interest.
oriented also.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. And since they are the bank with,
A heart.
they might have a heart for some holiday slogans. And I think maybe better interest than a snowbank is something that they might consider in 2024. And if not, there's always next year.
One never knows.
One never knows.
That'll be a Christmas miracle.
Yeah. And our other sponsor this evening is, of course, Office Environment and WELF. We have been supported by Office Environment for such a long time, Kevin, and just cannot thank them
They-
enough for all they've done for us over the years.
They treat us so well. And also, an additional shout out to the Parent Child Center of NCSS. Thank you for your support and for helping to make this radio show here in the North Pole possible.
And also for all that they do. We are, as we've established, we have such a strong foothold of viewers and listeners in Franklin County, Vermont, and in the surrounding region. And I know Parent Child Center of NCSS does such tremendous work in that region, especially. And the region is better for it, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Santa, how about if we give you another Would You Rather, huh?
Certainly, certainly.
Kevin?
Would you rather have me or DJ Bartleby B. Jinglehopper read you the next Would You Rather?
Okay. Okay. We're starting to get a little bit frisky here.
Pass those orange M&Ms. Would you rather,
Competitive nature.
Santa, would you rather have to decorate the world's largest Christmas tree by yourself
You would love that. You know it.
or untangle the world's longest string of lights?
Before you answer, Santa, if I may, Kevin, this sounds like two things that Santa would take great delight in doing. I could hear him laughing the entire time.
Me too. We should do what it would sound like.
Okay. All right, Santa, close your eyes for a second. Now imagine you are wrapping the world's, you're decorating the world's largest Christmas tree, okay? So it sounds a little... Okay. Now, Santa, keep those eyes closed, okay? Now, imagining, you're going to continue to imagine that you are untangling the world's longest string of lights, okay? Here's what that's going to sound like. That's, both scenarios would sound
Quality content.
almost exactly the same. Okay, Santa, go ahead. Which one? The impossible
I must
ask.
say, although both would be a delightful challenge, I do believe I would enjoy decorating the tree more because of the creative aspects that one could add. Where with the lights, you're basically just untangling something that already exists in a certain form.
Sure. But both great satisfaction.
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
When you're done and you look at what you've accomplished, absolutely.
And because of your ability to incorporate magic into your day-to-day life, getting that star on top of the world's largest tree would not be a challenge for you.
No.
Whereas for us, as
We'd-
elves,
We'd need to get about 100 elves on each other's shoulders. And
Yeah. which we have done before.
we've done it before. And if we could
when Olivia Colman came to the North Pole, and we had to take turns being able to see her over the crowds.
it was a big crowd
Yeah.
for The OC. Yeah. Uh, hey, Santa, can I ask you a kind of a personal question?
What would that be?
Well, I know how much you loved the Beatles when they were together. Do you love the Paul McCartney song "Wonderful Christmas Time"?
I like it. I don't think love would come into the equation,
Okay,
but
but it's still a favorite.
but a terrific artist,
Great.
amazing artist.
Yeah, yeah, and a great song. It's so I only ask. We work in radio, as you know, and so
And you
we
play quite
songs
often.
a lot.
Yes, yes,
And,
yes. And you
and
probably sing along.
I do. And last year we had a special event. It was the December 23rd Wonderful Christmas Time where we played that song on repeat for 12 hours. And Kevin thinks that we shouldn't do it again, but I'm trying to convince him otherwise. So anyway, thanks for weighing in.
It would be fascinating for you to sing that song.
Well, the mood is right this time of year. The spirit's up. We're here tonight, but that's enough. Okay, let's go to the next Would You Rather. Do we have time for? I think we've got time
for one more.
For one last Would You
Unless
Rather.
there is a caller, which in the last couple minutes, please, if you haven't called yet, please call me. We want to make sure you talk to Santa.
Now, Santa, this is a Kevin. Kevin came up with these questions, and this
The old
is
mind grapes.
this is such a hard question. It might be difficult for you to hear. Okay, I want to give it a little bit of a preface there. Would you rather have to slide down chimneys that are coated in honey, or chimneys that are full of marshmallow fluff?
Boy, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
I'm going with the marshmallow fluff.
You don't think you can sort of get stuck in there?
Well, the honey as well. Honey is sticky.
Yeah.
I just imagine sliding down with a piece of toast. And I think the honey would be a delightful
Would be
experience
delightful, yes, yes.
with the piece of toast. So
Yeah,
even
yeah.
even if I get stuck and get hungry, I still have a piece of toast
Yeah.
with some honey on it.
That's a good idea. Yeah. See, but here's the good thing is that if Santa, let's say the beard gets covered in fluff, nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know?
Absolutely.
That's true.
Nobody's gonna
That's
know.
true.
Absolutely.
And about the last minute we have, we want to thank Santa so much for joining us here on WELF. Any last message that you'd like to give for the evening to all the kids of Franklin County?
Well, just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I think it's critically important that you look at all the good things that all of you are doing in your lives today as we enter a new year.
Beautifully said.
Well said, Santa.
Wow.
That's why he's got that job.
It is such a thrill for us to have such an esteemed guest. And the property appraisers are fine, but we look forward to this night with you every single calendar year. And I know our listeners love it too, Santa. Thank you.
Well, I do appreciate being on. I'm very glad that you had me on. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And to all, a good night.
Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas.
This is DJ Bartleby saying bye-bye.